absolutely not. I can't do it. Absolutely not. Every single year, Christmas looks exactly the same. All the bright sparkly lights, all the wonderfully wrapped presents, all of the... What if Christmas doesn't have to be like that? Stick around and I'll show you how. Hello you beautiful creatures, how the devil are you? I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Lucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friends, I mean my ever-growing army of demons. Hello everybody. Yes, it is that most hideous time of year. I'm talking about Christmas. I had a bit of an epiphany. So, as you guys know, we recently went to For the Love of Horror. Now, we've got all the celebrities, we've got all of the things kind of going on, but one of the things that really stuck out, and I think is the icing of the cake of particularly horror conventions, is the vendors. And honestly, I don't think they get enough praise, enough of a shout out for what they do for multiple different communities, specifically the horror community. Also, I'm wearing freaking chainsaws in my ears. That should say enough. So what I propose to you is Christmas doesn't have to look stereotypically bright, wonderful, gorgeous, you know, all those presents from Amazon. We don't like Amazon here. No, I think it is so important to support your small businesses, particularly within the horror community. If you do want more of a, you know, a less conventional present, specifically for like a loved one or yourself, if you don't necessarily celebrate Christmas and you want to get yourself a little bit of a treat to get yourself through the period, because it's not for everybody, and that is okay. So what I've done is I've reached out to multiple different stalls within the horror community. Most of them are from the For the Love of Horror vendor section. Some of them have reached out to me. They haven't quite been to a convention yet, but they're hoping to next year. And I've basically made like a little bit of a virtual catalogue for you guys. So if you are struggling with ideas for people, then you can just check them out here. I just want to point this out now. I am not sponsored in any way whatsoever. I spoke to all these lovely people and they, you know, willingly told me about their stalls. Willingly, I sound like such a pest. I am. I willingly, like, you know, went out of my way to kind of reach out and say, look, you know, this is a very difficult time of year, specifically for smaller businesses, when you have got things like Amazon loitering around in the background, because it's easy, it's direct, it's like next day. And I understand that sometimes when you do buy from a small business, it can take a little bit to get to you. So that's why I'm doing it now rather than in December, so you've got time to get those gifts. But I just think it's so important, because we have lost so many small businesses this year because of big corporate you know, stores like Amazon, eBay, all those horrible, nasty things. Also, they treat their workers awfully. Yeah, I know it's easy. I know it's easy, but things worth doing are never easy. So I'm going to try and make this easy for you guys, and I'm going to give you a somewhat comprehensive show of multiple different small businesses you can look at. They're by no means in alphabetical order, they're not in worst to best, they are all just, I've literally put a list down and it's from start to finish, the people who got in touch with me first to later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split these videos in two, so this will be part one, and then you'll be able to check out part two. So in this video we have got 21 shops, I think 21 or 20 to look at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about them, give a little brief description, show you a few pictures, and then you can basically decide if you want to buy from them or not. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not your mum. I could be. I'm so sorry, this intro is not going how I wanted to at all. But to all the small businesses out there absolutely rocking it, particularly in this difficult period where it is so much easier to buy from bigger corporate businesses, like, I really hope the Christmas period treats you well, and I really hope that this video helps you guys out. So without further ado, let's get into it. So kicking us off with number one. Number one, are we doing numbers? I think we're doing numbers now. Number one is Art of Fish. Very interesting name for a store, but honestly, the guy is absolutely wonderful. He does art whether he's a fish in a human body, I don't know. He is fantastic and such a friendly guy. Stix actually introduced me to him. Stix, aka Ian, who you might have seen on the vlogs, but his artwork is phenomenal. His daughter also does artwork, so they range from Marvel, DC, TV shows, movies, and more specifically for this video, he does horror. I'm not too sure if his daughter does horror. I'll check back on that one. But his work is incredible. You really need to give him a shout out. As somebody who owns a piece of his work, I have got a lovely Wolfman poster kind of print thing. So he does things in different sizes, in different styles. You can buy the canvases, or you can buy prints that he's made from the canvases. So you can have the original piece, or you can have the prints made from the piece. Honestly, his work is gorgeous. It ranges from black and white to full colours to anything you want, to very comic book styled pieces to very natural classical pieces. Honestly, his work is awesome. So I'll show you a few pictures around the screen now. And then also what he does is, if he's got a convention coming up with specific guests, he will do prints and pieces based on that guest, and he will show the guest that piece. And honestly, it is awesome seeing the photos. You can check him out. I'm going to put all the socials down in the description below, but you are checking out on Facebook. His presence on Facebook is a lot bigger than it is on Instagram, I do believe. So that's Art of Fish on Facebook, and you can chat to him about commissions, his pre-existing work, anything you want. But honestly, if you've got somebody who really likes artwork and really likes horror or really nice prints, I'd recommend Art of Fish. That is a Loucifer seal of approval. Number 2, we have got Darren Kent Sculptures. Oh my Christ, his work is insane. I haven't bought any of it personally. I really freaking want to. So his presence is mainly on Etsy, but he has done some phenomenal work. So he mainly deals with sculptured pieces of art. So what's he done? He's done Alien, I believe he's done Predator, he's done some really nice American Wealth in London designs that I really want to buy. I can't be too sure if he has done a stall at For the Love of Horror. I think he has. But if you want anything like sculpted wise, I do believe he takes commissions as well. So he has his pre-existing work, and then you can chat to him about a potential piece you want doing. But if you've got somebody in the family who really likes their sculpted pieces, and you can make it into a collection as well. But he's got from The Thing as well. I think it's so beautiful and it's so vibrant. And also what you can do on his socials, so I believe he has Facebook and he has Instagram as well, you can check out the progression of each piece, so from when it starts to when it finishes, and you can see the full dedication that he puts into the work. Honestly, I really hope I can like get one of his pieces at one point. But yeah, please go and check out his Etsy if you do want to buy from him. Swiftly moving on to number 3, which is Threads by Parnie. I really hope I said it right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. She has a wonderful array of outfits. She does scrunchies as well, and she does like jewelry, so it's more for my accessory fashion inclined followers or anybody who watches this. Yeah, she does some awesome work. I've checked out some of her scrunchies and they look insane. She is massively on the convention circuit, so she goes to multiple conventions throughout the year. What you can do is, if you go on her Instagram, you can see the different conventions she's got coming up. I do believe she sells online, so what I'm seeing is she has a Depop, so you can check that out. And then what you're going to do is you can check out what she sold just to get an idea of what she does, but you're going to want to put the selling search on at the top of her page just to see what she's still got available. So what I'm seeing is she's got some really nice jackets. She's got one that I've got my eye on, and it's a denim jacket and it's got the Hellfire Club logo on it. So more of that kind of vibe, so horror, sci-fi, pop culture, all that goodness. She's actually got some Powerpuff Girl earrings, and they're based on the DC villains, so Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. They look absolutely insane. But I think with something like that, it's a little bit like a stocking filler. Also, the prices are really good for that kind of stuff. So even if you want to get a few little pieces, put it in a tiny little bundle, you could do that for somebody. And honestly, Presents don't have to be massive. They really, really don't, for somebody to appreciate them. So if you've got friends in the family who just want some scrunchies, or they want some earrings, or they want a nice jacket, I think she does do commissions. However, she just puts up her creations. You can check her out, like I said, on the convention circuit. So go onto her Instagram. She's got an Instagram, she's got a Facebook, she's got a Facebook group, and she's got a Depop. So check all of those out and check if she's in your local area in the future, but you can buy from her online. But yes, that's Threads by Parnie. Number 4, short but sweet. We have actually had the Judith Myers, Sandy Johnson, get in touch with us. I put this thing up on For the Love of Horror, like a massive comment that people could basically comment on and they could give me their details. But we got Sandy Johnson and I was like, whoa, okay, fair enough. So what Sandy Johnson is doing, if you don't know her, how? She is Judith Myers. She is Michael Myers' sister. You can check her out in the first movie. She has a very, very interesting death. Being murdered by a child, I don't know how that feels, and I don't think I ever want to, but she has a stall. She has a stall where she sells multiple different items with her autograph. She sells prints. She sells the Judith Myers backpack. So if you haven't seen it, it's the tombstone she's got, and it's a backpack shape, and I think she will actually sign that for you, or I do believe that you can send in your own individual pieces and she will sign them for you, obviously for a price, and then send them back to you. But you can buy things from her, like items. So she sells pieces of clothing, she sells apparel, she sells prints, she sells framed pieces as well. They might be a little bit more expensive, but it is what it is. I do think it's all American, so she will be selling it from an American standpoint, so it might cost a little bit more with shipment. However, I just think it's a really awesome idea. Like, you've got someone iconic like Judith Myers who has this awesome stall. If you've got a die-hard Halloween fan in your family, I think it would be pretty rad if you like woke up on Christmas morning and they found out they got an autograph from Judith Myers, Michael Myers' sister. I don't know, I just think that would be super awesome. I really appreciate that she reached out to us to be a part of this though. Thank you so much, Sandy. Yeah, check out her shop. She has a really big presence on Facebook. She has her Instagram, I do believe, and then she has her main shop online for you, which again, I will pop it down in the description below. Number 5, we're moving in with horrorcells.co.uk. Yes, that's right. I'm not going to do a jingle for every shop, I promise. Horror Cells, yes, basically what it says on the tin. What Horror Cells do is they do print inside of frames, and then they have the cells on each side of them. You can get them off Etsy quite a lot for different movies. So like, I know I got one from Captain America the Winter Soldier a long time ago, but they do them specifically for horror movies. I know that they've got Evil Dead 2, I've got my eye on that one. They've got The Thing, they've got all sorts. I think they've got Alien and Predator. Please note that these prints aren't signed, they are just really nice movie prints, and then they've got the cells from throughout the movie around them, which honestly I think that's pretty awesome. And I like the colour of cells, I don't know why. I think it's a little bit weird, but yeah, I just think it'd be a really nice keepsake to have on your wall of your favourite horror movie, with little different shots of different scenes that they do. I think the interesting one, the most interesting one I'd like to have is the one from The Thing, just because you can see the different versions of The Thing taking over the different members of the crew from the movie. I don't know, I've got like a morbid curiosity with that movie. Scares me to death, but I really enjoy it. But yeah, if you want something that's, you know, short, sweet, but quite enjoyable, and you can kind of look at it, you know, and be like, oh my god, I've got The Thing. Not just The Thing, Evil Dead 2, all the horror movies. Check out Horror Cells on their website. I do believe that they do have an Instagram, however, their own website, that is their major presence. So please go and check that out at a very affordable price. Swiftly moving on to Printbox. Now, Printbox is with 2 X's _UK on Instagram. There we go, I remembered it. Just because they have got a sister website called Nerdbox UK, and that's where their toys and collectibles are. So if you have someone in the family who does like toys and collectibles, they're definitely for you. The main reason I brought them up is because they have literally got a fresh new website where they're doing really nice coasters, like tea coasters, and I'm literally checking them out right now. So they've got Nightmare Before Christmas, they've got The Grinch, which is awesome, but they've also got horror movies like The Lost Boys, all sorts on there, all sorts of goodness. Their TikToks are awesome. We've got Harry Potter on there as well. Oh, there we go. So we have got Michael, Chucky, Jason, Ghostface, and Pennywise. Now, what I really like about their coasters is, I haven't bought from them personally, but the coasters, if you buy cheaply made coasters, you can see that they're very pixelated. However, with Printbox, they look very crisp and really, really nice. I will say with coasters, make sure if you're going to actually use them, some people have them as collectibles, make sure you wipe the bottom of the cup first and then put the cup on the coaster, just so then the print lasts longer. I know that it looks like it's really well made. I think it is a wooden coaster underneath, but honestly with time they can get a little bit tired. So just to preserve the feel of the coaster and the print of the coaster, just wipe that mug at the bottom, then it'll make it look a lot better. But if you are a fan of the Fab Five, so like Michael, Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Ghostface, then this one is definitely for you, because you can get the full collection with Printbox. So their main presence is on Instagram. Go and check them out. You know what time it is. Coming in at number 7 is the Craft Keeper, and I say that because they sell candles, and I love candles so much. Candles are a great Christmas present because they last long, they're awesome, they smell really nice, and honestly there is nothing better than a good candle on a really crap winter's day, especially in January where everything is sad. The Craft Keeper, yes, unfortunately I didn't get to check out their shop. However, there are an abundance of comments from people who did and how amazing their work is. Their candles and wax melts are vegan friendly as well, which is super nice and super refreshing to hear. More candle companies are going vegan friendly, however some of them just won't let go. Anyway, the Craft Keeper, I am literally seeing it, Jigsaw, the Lost Boys, the Sanderson sisters. Oh, what's that one? No, they've got one based around Silver Shamrock from Halloween 3. God, I hate that song. They've also got The Thing as well, and The Shining, and like I said, they've got my favourite film franchise, Saw. Not to be confused with my favourite horror movie of all time, The Evil Dead 2. Don't do that to me. Yeah, honestly, the candles look absolutely amazing. The colours are so vibrant as well, and I can just imagine what they will smell like. So what I'm going to do is I am definitely going to purchase one in the new year, because I think I'm going to need it. Also, they have charms on them as well. They've got like little saw charms on the Jigsaw one, and then they've got a balloon on the Losers Club theme, and then they've got a little typewriter on the Shining one. I don't know, I'm fangirling about candles. As you can tell, they're like one of my favourite products to get, but honestly, don't be fooled by the name. A lot of the candles smell lush, I promise you. Yeah, it's just, personally, from a personal perspective, if I got a candle for Christmas, I would really appreciate it, and a lot of people in the horror community do really like themed candles. So if you are going to buy a candle this Christmas, please consider the Craft Keeper, because the work on the labels and the little charms, it just looks amazing. So please go and check them out. Number 8 on our list, they need no introduction whatsoever. Mad About Horror. It's gonna be one of the biggest companies, if not the big company of the videos, just because they are well established. We all know who Mad About Horror are, but honestly, I would not be upset if I got a product from Mad About Horror in my stocking, or like a massive present under the Christmas tree. They do masks, they do apparel, they do movie props, they do all sorts of goodness. Their masks are amazing. My favorite one at the moment is I can't even remember his name, and he's my favorite clown from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Clownzilla, I think. I want to say Clownzilla. I'm so sorry if this is wrong, but their mask is amazing. The quality is so freaking good. If you do have somebody in the family who collects masks, or who collects movie props, or who really likes a bit of horror apparel, or dolls as well, they do dolls. They actually do, I'm fangirling now, they do the Necronomicon from the Evil Dead series, and I really want it. But it is a little bit pricey at the moment. So Mad About Horror, you're looking more at your premium products, but they last and they are so worth it. I don't own any Mad About Horror personally at the moment. However, everybody I've spoken to about Mad About Horror cannot praise their products enough. So yeah, please go and give your love to Mad About Horror. I'd love to meet them and speak to them properly at some point in the future, but yeah, I just think they're awesome. Next on our list, we have got Demonic Creations by Andy Cope. His work is awesome. Again, like Darren, he does sculptures, and the sculptures are wonderful. He does a lot of caricature-esque sculptures. I remember seeing on his table, I really wanted to buy them, but I had no way of like carrying them around the convention. He did Jack and David from American Wealth in London, and they look like garden gnomes, and it was just, oh, it was everything, like all the American Wealth in London stuff, the Evil Dead. He's done Evil Ash, Deadeye Ash, and I just, oh, I wanted to buy it so much, but his work is next to none. It's quirky, it's fun, it's cute. I wouldn't recommend putting it outside. You know, I know that I said they look like garden gnomes. However, for a lot of these pieces, they are art. Like a lot of these small businesses that I'm going to tell you about, their work is art at the end of the day and should be appreciated as much, and his work is just chef's kiss. I love it so much. I do believe he has a Facebook and Instagram. I think he might have his own stall. I'm not too sure about that, but again, check down below, because I'm going to put everybody's socials, everybody's shop links, so I can help them out that way. But I just think their stuff is really quirky. Andy, your work is awesome. He mainly goes to horror conventions because a lot of his work is horror themed, so check out his socials to see if he's coming to a place near you. Otherwise, I believe you can buy online from him. Please go and support Andy. His work is next to none. And coming in at no introduction required, they are amazing. Angie and Eddie over at RockNRoll Suicide. I have spent so much money at their stalls. However, it's very well deserved. Their patches, their pins, their everything. This is for a lot of my like accessory themed demons, you know, a lot of their pins, patches, accessories, jewelry, t-shirts as well. Oh my god, I have this amazing Vincent Price t-shirt and it's so nice, it's so pretty. Yeah, RockNRoll Suicide, I could literally spend a full video just fangirling about them. Every time I go over them, I'm like, my purse is quivering but my heart is excited. They're just awesome people. They're a really awesome couple. You can mainly find them at horror conventions, the Monopoly events, standard conventions, and download as well. I believe they go to Bloodstock as well. I'm not too sure, haven't been yet, but they're so wonderful. They are so wonderful. They have a lot of premium handbags as well, and a lot of premium houseware items. So they have at the moment, they've got a Vincent Price mug and I just really want it. Yeah, you can. I'm just very emotional about them. They also do some really great patches, like I've said. They do band themed patches, they do horror movie themed patches, they do serial killer themed patches. I actually own a John Wayne Gacy coffin shaped patch. I don't know why. I thought it would be a good idea at the time, but now I'm thinking about stitching it onto my jacket. I don't know if other people will feel the same about it. It brought me joy in the moment, so it was fine. Yeah. RockNRoll Suicide. They are absolutely awesome. They do have a massive online presence as well. So they do have Instagram, they do have a Facebook group, and they also have a online stall as well. That is the main way you're going to buy from them. So when you go on their stall, if you want specifically their patches, they do it from a alphabetical standpoint. So if you want Amityville Horror, click A. You get what I mean. You guys aren't stupid. Yeah, so they do that for their horror patches. They also do it for their band patches as well, and they have some miscellaneous patches. I cannot speak tonight. RockNRoll Suicide, please go and buy from them. They are Loucifer approved. Moving on to something quite interesting, actually, I found, and very, very unique. It's like the horror and hardcore version of Not on the High Street. Joe the Smithy, he sounds absolutely wonderful, and his like website title just makes me think Wholesome Blacksmith. Joe is a blacksmith and he is awesome at his work. I haven't bought anything personally. He reached out in the comments and said, yeah, I'm looking to do more horror themed items. So I believe he does do commissions. He does do standard products. What I mean by standard products is he'll bulk make them, and you can buy them as and when. So when you get a commission, it's a one of a kind, it's through what you want, and you know what a commission is, but that's basically what we're vibing. He wants to do more horror themed stuff, and I can honestly see why, because his work, I'm looking at it right now, it is so nice. We've got door handles, we've got oh my gosh, we've got actual nails. He's made like they look like coffin nails. They look awesome. So cool. I believe he's also made like runes. He's made a bottle rack. He's made like a rustic little skull as well, and it looks so cool. So I'm thinking, like, can you imagine if he made like a Freddy Krueger glove, or he just made a Jason Voorhees mask with his blacksmithery? That would be absolutely badass, awesome. If you have got a fella that might be a little bit picky with gifts, I feel like this would really be for them, especially with something like a bottle rack. He does garden sculptures as well. Now his price is a little bit high, however what you need to understand is he's literally making this from scratch, and you can actually go on his website, you can check out his media, his gallery, about him, like his blacksmithing journey, and see him making things. It reminds me very much, if you haven't heard of it before, it's called the Black Country Museum, and you can go to it, and it's like a village, it's like a Victorian village, but you can see how it works, and they have a blacksmithing section, and it's just, I just think it's awesome. The craft of blacksmithing is awesome. So if you want something that's a little bit more unique, I think, with a bit of a rustic touch, check out Joe the Smithy. I think that would be really cool. I am obsessed. Trick or Treat Bakery, wow. I just had to go straight into it. Honestly, her cookies, so nice, so nice. She does Terrifier, she does Scream, she does The Lost Boys, she does Chucky, Bride of Chucky. Her Chucky and Tiffany heart-shaped cookies are amazing, and they taste so good. They taste so fresh, and they've got really nice fondant on them. I'm sorry, I'm fangirling right now. Yeah, Trick or Treat Bakery, we happened upon them. It was actually on Instagram. I checked her out first, and then I wrote a comment saying, oh my god, are you going to For the Love of Horror? I want to check out your stall. And she said yes. So a lot of her work is horror movie based. She is doing some Christmas ones, however. She's done a lot of the Grinch and Krampus. Really want to invest in a Krampus. Like, I don't know if it's like a sugar cookie, but it's delicious. Her biscuits, her treats are next to none. So if you want to get somebody something that, you know, isn't necessarily going to last forever, but it's just a really nice treat to have, because there's just some people out there, you don't know what to buy for them. They always say, I don't want anything, and it's just a nice treat for them to have on the day, and then it's done. There's no like residue of the treat apart from a few crumbs. I'm messy. But I think it's really nice. And also she did this Instagram post where she put a load of the cookies on a Christmas tree, and I think it would just be really nice to have a load of like biscuits on the tree, and then on the day you can just gobble them all up like the feral creature you are. Yeah, she does cakes as well. She does birthday cakes. She did a Terrifier one and it looked immaculate. So, you know, we're hopefully getting married in 2 years, so I don't know, maybe a wedding cake, maybe. I don't know. It's honestly, her work is awesome and it's just so well done. Like when Gareth he went off to give me one because my sugars were running low for the love of horror. When he gave it to me, even though it was a little bit smudged, the print, so what she puts on the fondant, the heart fondant, she puts like icing around it, but the print looks really crisp as well, so it didn't look pixelated or anything. It had such a lovely finish on it. So if you want something to just snack on the day or throughout the year, she's open all throughout the year. She has a massive Instagram presence. She is on Facebook as well. I believe she has an Etsy, either an Etsy or her own website. So she takes commissions or she will give you her standard produce. It's awesome. If you want a snack, go with Trick or Treat Bakery. Next we have Blossom Geek. I wanted to make sure I said that properly. Blossom Geek. Her items are so cute. They are so lovely. She does a lot of pillowcases. She does skirts. She does kind of like fashion. Very materialized items. So yeah, really lovely stuff. She has said that she really wants to get more into the horror genre of it. So I did see on her store photo, she had a lot of pop culture items in general. However, there were some really lovely horror selections as well. She also does the paper flowers, you know, the origami paper flowers. And it got me thinking, because in my wedding bouquet, I know I keep talking about the wedding, I'm just really excited. In my wedding bouquet, I really want some flowers, some paper flowers with Edgar Allan Poe, pieces of Edgar Allan Poe book, like different stories, like The Telltale Heart, The Black Cat, all sorts, The Raven specifically. So I think that would just be really, really lovely. Also, if you've got somebody who likes flowers, but flowers don't tend to live forever, especially if you're like me and you can't look after flowers. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm a very caring person. Anyway, someone who really likes flowers, you could just get some really lovely little paper flowers for them that will last throughout the year. I don't know why I say throughout the year and they just die. They don't. They're paper. They will never wilt. Like me. Yeah, I think her items are lovely, and honestly I think as the years go on, her selection, her horror range is just going to get bigger and bigger. So if you do see her at a convention, please go and say hello. Also, she does have online items that you can buy from her. She has a Instagram presence, she has a Facebook presence. Once again, I'll pop all that information down in the description below for you. Go and check her out. Moving on swiftly to Crafty Boutique. Yes, I don't know why I keep singing some of them and I don't sing the other ones. Crafty Boutique, yes, yes, yes. Very big Facebook presence and Instagram presence as well. So they base themselves in bespoke vinyls, designs, home decor, and bits and bobs. And if I don't like bits and bobs, then I don't know who will. That doesn't make sense. We move. She does some really, really cute items. I'm seeing a lot of t-shirts as well. There's a really nice jigsaw one with Billy the Puppet and a really nice one from It as well. She's also got a lovely t-shirt where it's the Mystery Machine, but it's the Fab Five. Fab Five? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh dear. It's got all the horror icons in it basically. So something really nice, something really cute, something really simple, I think I'm trying to say. She does some really nice witch items as well, really nice witch prints. She does tumblers as well. If you know someone, now I know a lot of girlies who really like their tumblers. She does like horror tumblers, she does witchy tumblers, she does tumblers with animals on. Horror and animals seem to be a combo combined thing at the moment. She's also got some really nice Wednesday reusable cold cups, various designs available, and I'm seeing that they're £9 each, so that's not massively expensive. I don't know, I think it's nice to have something that's simple but effective, that you can reuse. Always good for the ecosystem. You know, the world is basically ending. We can try and help the world out a little bit. But yeah, her design's really lovely, really simplistic, and she's got a very active Facebook presence, like I said, so she has got people constantly asking her about different items she does. She also does really nice lamps as well, so she does like a vinyl finish on it, and it's got like engraving in it, so you can have your name in it, you can have whatever design you want, and then it's got like a light that kind of like flashes up at it, and it just looks really nice. I think it looks really effective. I think if you've got something like Ghostface and What's Your Favorite Scary Movie on there with like a nice red backlit vibe on it, I think it'll look really nice. So if you want bits and bobs, home decor, t-shirts, tumblers, cold cups, I think Crafty Boutique's for you. We're going to move on to something very different now, and I'm really excited about it actually, because it means that with this list we've covered a lot of different things, from like snacks to home decor to apparel to cushion covers. We've also got some authors that have got in touch as well, and this is from Issac Nightingale, and this is the B movie Bloodbath, and honestly I'll read you the back of it and see what you think about it. I think it sounds awesome. I was 19 years old when I was beaten to a pulp and left for dead. Imprisoned for a murder I didn't commit, I had to struggle to survive and fight for my freedom. Unleashed on the world, I carried 3 gifts that would change the course of my life: a rock hard grudge, a taste for blood, and some super serum hot sauce coursing through my veins. I wanted vengeance, and I'd go through hell to get it. So this is meant to be a horror anthology, and if you don't know what that means, it basically means that it's an overarching story with multiple different little stories in between. You see it a lot in movies, TV shows, and now we have a book. You get multiple books like anthologies, but we've got another new one, which it's always so refreshing to see a newer horror anthology, I think, particularly a book as well. And the front cover looks awesome. It's very reminiscent of something like James Herbert, The Rats. So in the 70s and 80s, their front covers would actually show you what you were buying, whereas now, I don't know if you feel the same as me, but whenever I pick up a book and it's a horror genre, you look at the front cover and you don't really know what it is unless you look at the back, or unless you've like heard about it or you've heard a review about it. You don't really know what you're going into, whereas with this book I can see that it's going to be like a very gory-esque, very not Stranger Things vibe, but very gore 80s vibes, and I'm all about that. Like, I was definitely born in the wrong time period, but Issac Nightingale sounds like a pretty badass name in general. But yeah, his book's out and it sounds absolutely awesome. Now, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. The paperback is $11.99. The hardcover, which I love a hardcover, is $22.99. However, don't forget, there are some people in the horror community that honestly, they just want a good book. They literally just want a good book, and that's it. And I think with the premise of it, with the look of it, I think it's going to be very rereadable as well. And I don't think he's just going to stop there. I think he's going to make multiple anthologies. So if you want to help along with that journey, that would be absolutely awesome. But personally, for me, getting a nice new book at Christmas to read afterwards, because sometimes you just want to sit in a corner and just read, I really appreciate it, and I'm sure you know somebody else who would really appreciate it. But yeah, go and check out B Movie Bloodbath, I guess. It sounds awesome. Waywood Cosplay Shop. Well, it's not, that's not even her name. Waywood Cosplay. She has a shop and I want to buy everything off it. She's got bats, she's got little Cthulhus, she's got little ghosties, she's got little snakes, and they're all just really, really cute. I guarantee you there is somebody in your family who is desperate for a new plush. I'm just looking through it right now. She's got, yeah, she's got little Cthulhus in different colours. She's also got keychains as well with really nice prints on. She's got little owls from Hogwarts, but they're also the Hogwarts houses, so you can get an owl, and whichever house you are, you can get the scarf corresponding to that. She does Mew as well. Oh dear. And she does Pennywise as well, and Beetlejuice. Awesome, awesome. It's so nice as well to see a company where a little business where the products just look so well made, and it's the fact that it's a small business as well. And honestly, small business plushies, well made, it's a recipe for yes. I would fully recommend it. I have just seen one of the posts. Which colour would you choose? All of them. I want all of them. Yeah, if you're massively into your plushies, you want a cute, creepy little plushie, you want a bat, a ghost, a snake, please go and check out Waywood Cosplay as well. She does a lot of cosplay and it is incredible, but she also has her shop as well. Yeah, she has a massive Instagram presence. She's on a Linktree, so you can check out her website, or she does have an Etsy shop as well. Sometimes certain artists, what they'll do is they'll put a smaller range on the Etsy and then all of their range on their genuine shop. Check out the Etsy first and then move on to the bigger shop, but honestly her work just sounds and looks amazing. The Glittery Geek, what can I say? Very nostalgic for some reason. You know when you're a kid and you see like a bottle of glitter and you think that's a good idea, and it just ends up everywhere, and then you kind of move away from glitter. So the Glittery Geek, I was walking past this shop all nonchalant, and then I happen and look to see this shop, which I can only describe as an alchemist's dream. There's like potions and lotions. You can't use them. Don't use them, for God's sakes. But they're just so beautiful. They're like these little vials and little bottles, and they've been like wax melted closed as well, but they are themed to different movies, different TV shows, different horror movies. I saw a lot of the horror based ones, and they had like little standees on top of them based on their like horror movie. And honestly, I thought it was just the sweetest, darnest little thing. I think with the Glittery Geek, it's very much a nice little stocking filler, and you can put it on like your horror collection on your shelf, and just if you're having a really bad day, you can just shake it and make the glitter go. Or don't. Please look after it. Please be gentle with it. They seem like they put a lot of work into their items, and they just seem like really nice people. So yeah, if you want something that's short but sweet but looks really nice and looks like you picked it up, you went straight into the world of D&D, picked up like a health potion, and it's themed to Michael Myers, yes, the Glittery Geek is for you. Moving on to Moth and Magpie. Very strange shop name, however they do some awesome stuff, and I can vouch for that because I have bought from them before. Yes, they do badges, they do prints, they do really nice pieces of artwork, but they also do candles as well. I'm very biased with this one. I just really love candles. They do candles themed to different TV shows, different movies. I know they've got a massive range of Good Omens, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, all that goodness. I've bought prints from them before, and they are so lovely, and a really nice like runner as well. They just, yeah, encompass all that is fandom, I think. But it's nice to see that they're slowly kind of moving in and out of the horror genre, particularly with the kind of Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibe. They also do a lot of Supernatural as well. So again, if you really want to buy like a nice print, a nice badge, or a really nice candle, I think you should really check out Moth and Magpie. I have seen them at a lot of conventions actually, and I think they're very flexible with the type of conventions they go to. So I have seen them at the generalized comic convention, so like Liverpool Comic Con. I do believe they were at For the Love of Horror. I want to say yes. Yes, they were. So they go to a lot of conventions. However, they do have a really big online presence. I think they are just restocking their online backlog of items, so keep checking back with them. But they do have a massive Facebook presence, Instagram, and they have their own shop as well. If they don't have something you particularly want, or you're looking for something and it's just not there, maybe check in with them and see if there's anything available. But honestly, Moth and Magpie, I just think their work is really cute. This one has actually been asked for by a lot of people who commented. It's the sword stall at the zombie survival school, and I'm pretty sure that that is the massive like sword stall that you see at practically every convention. They have got everything. They have got katanas, they've got ninja stars, they've got the Batman everything, just Batman everything. What am I thinking of? They're not like ninja stars, they're not daggers. I know what I'm talking about, like the boomerangs, the batarangs or something. I don't know. I'm not as into my Batman as I used to be. Terrible, I know. But I think they have Lucille from The Walking Dead as well, so they've got Negan's bat. So depending on like what movie or what TV show you're looking at, they basically have the weapons from it. I will say though, however, if you are going to a convention and you are thinking of getting something for somebody for Christmas, so what you'll have to do is, if I'm thinking of the right shop, it's you buy the item and then you have to go back at the end of the day and pick it up, just because the convention is very wary about people literally starting Armageddon and killing everybody because they've all bought these swords and these like batarangs and these fake weapons. Even though they're not fake, they are very real. Please be careful with them if you are going to buy from them. If you are buying for a child, just make sure it's a display piece and they're in like a cabinet somewhere. Oh gosh, I can imagine what's going to happen. Loads of people are going to buy from them, and then there's going to be like relatives just dying left, right and centre, and I'm just going to get cancelled. Just please be careful with them. But yeah, I think their replicas look awesome. I really do. I'm not the kind of person that would buy a replica. I just go into the kitchen and get a kitchen knife. But I'm old-fashioned. I don't know if they do stuff based around horror movies per se, so I don't know if you'd be able to go to them and get a Halloween Michael Myers kitchen knife replica. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not going to pretend to know that I know. However, they do a lot of gun replicas as well, I think. So I think if you're going for more of a zombie apocalyptic vibe, then they're definitely for you. Get back to me on that one if you do buy from them, but I hope you do. And last but not least, for part one, it's fine. I say that because every time I go to their stall, I literally say, I've got no money, but I'm going to buy from you, and it's fine. It's Pigeon Creek. Oh my gosh. Honestly, Pigeon Creek Studio are just amazing. They are absolutely awesome. The first time I heard about them was actually on another vlog. Now, what they do is they do body parts. They do body parts, but they do them in really fun ways. So I have got a key ring with a severed ear on. I've also got a thumb drive, so it's literally a severed thumb and it's a memory stick that's been stuck in it. So every time I'm just like, oh, let me just save my work, I bring out my thumb drive and I literally use it as a thumb drive. It's funny, okay? It's funny. They also do some bigger stuff as well. So they do pumpkins. We are actually looking at getting a few of their pumpkins for our wedding. They also have like a stall that they work with. So if you want the pumpkin engraved, they can tell you about the stall. It's awesome, honestly. Their pumpkins are so cute. They also do these really awesome skulls, but they're like chalkboard skulls. So what you can do is get a piece of chalk and you can write on it. So if you are a vendor yourself and you want to put prices on it, you can. And I just think that's awesome. Or you can just draw on it and then once you're done, you can like scribble it out. I think that's really cool personally. That's just me. But if you see Pigeon Creek anywhere, please go over and say hello. Say that Lou sent you. Say that Loucifer sent you. They have a massive online presence as well. So they have Instagram. They also have their own online stall. And they're just a really fun bunch of people. So please, 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 if you're going to buy anything, they do jewelry holders as well. So they have like hands like severed hands, and you can hang your jewelry off them. They also have controller holders as well, I think you can use them for. But honestly, they're just really good people, and they're just so much fun. They're always up for a good chat and a good laugh as well. The pumpkins they make are awesome. You can put them on your heads, and I just think that's the cutest thing ever. But please go and check them out. And with that, part 1 is done. I know it's long and it's lofty, however, I wanted to give everybody their due. Like, I am very, very passionate about a lot of these stalls. They work so freaking hard to give us the horrific gifts and gift ideas, and the little pick-me-ups we buy, whether that's authors, whether that's home decor vendors, whether that's bakers, whether that's replicas of things. Honestly, I think doing this has made me realize how vast the vendor world of the horror community is, and I think it just goes to show that if you look hard enough and if you think about it, there truly is a gift for everybody. So with that being said, that's part 1. Check out part 2. I hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys. Bye.